themarshallman.com.
Imagine if there was a method of opening up the energy channels inside your body through a series of stretches that derive from Shaolin. And after practicing those stretches, you then learned a series of Qigongs that build the electromagnetic energy inside your body while improving your health. Now imagine if you could use those same Qigong movements to improve the health of others. Well, luckily, we don't need to imagine any of those things because today I'm meeting with Master Dennis Wang to learn more about the涵阳如意medical Qigong system.
My name is Dennis Wang. I have been learning Qigong for many years, but it was not until I met my master in 2003 I really picked up涵阳如意功. And then that in January 2010, I was inducted as the first disciple of Grandmaster Shaolin. The meaning of Han Yang is very simple. There are two words in Chinese. One is Han. Han in Chinese is related to Han Yang. The two words means somebody who is upright, somebody who is well educated, somebody who is compassionate. The second word is Yang. Why do you use Yang? Is connected to the sun, So our Qigong is called moving meditation. The idea of moving meditation is like a prelude to quiet meditation, If you can't acquire a state of stillness when you're moving, how can you acquire a state of stillness when you're not moving? So we learn by moving our hands, our wrists, and in the process of moving very slowly and limpidly, what you do is, you bring your breathing down, you bring your heartbeat down, and voila, you go into a state of stillness. And it is in the state of stillness that chemical reaction takes place in your body. Then from there, you learn how to arrest your mind from wandering. Then like most meditation, you have to learn how to arrest your mind from wandering. Once you learn how to arrest your mind from wandering through moving meditation, and the Qi start to come out, the electromagnetic field come out, then you go on to do quiet meditation. Han Yang is classified as a medical Qigong. What you do is you learn the 15 moves initially, and through the 15 moves, you learn how to tap the universal energy, the earth energy, and the sun energy, and you bring it to your own system. And through your own system, you cleanse your own system by directing the Qi down to the earth, You build up your power, your electromagnetic field. Once you have the power, you can use it to heal other people, A very simple example is like, if a person is not well, there's a blockage. He or she may not be able to clear the blockage. But with Han Yang, if your magnetic field is strong, it's like a magnet. And then all of us know that inside your blood you have got iron. You use the magnet to move the iron so you can clear the blockage, You build up yourself from an iron state into a magnetic state. So the more you practice, the more power you get. Until such stage the other person can feel your magnetic field. When you move, the blood will start to move together with your magnetic field. And that is the way how you can affect other people to move without touching them. In Han Yang itself, this is what we do. That's why you see a lot of movement has got to do with the earth energy, a lot of movement to go with the sun energy. These are the two elements that harmonizes the body. So when you tap the two energy, you give it to yourself, you flush it down your system. What you're doing is you're flushing down the pathogenic Qi. And in the process, you're harmonizing your body, So when you have too much Yang, you may have tumor and things like that, So we have to clear the tumor. When you are too much Yin, you may have cold, you may have other things that are very Yin. Then we have to give you the Yang energy by adding on energy. So it's, if it's too much yang, we take out, you know. So if you move your hand like this, going in is hot, coming out is cold. This is how we identify how to do it, the yin and the yang. The most essential point is to arrest your mind from wandering. Right? You can be doing all sorts of forms like Tai Chi or any form. If your mind is not there, you're not going to learn it, you know. So to learn Han Yang, the first thing, the most important thing is to arrest your mind from wandering. Secondly, is to let go of yourself, not to move with any strength. Just relax, very limpid, very slow, and don't even think about your breathing. Because in Han Yang, the movements themselves will bring down your breathing. We don't use qi inside the body. There are qigong that uses qi in the body. There's a Dantian qi, it's like a battery, you know. So if you use your battery, you wear out your battery. In Han Yang, we don't use battery. We call Wai Qi Dao Yin. We direct the qi from the universe to give it to you. You see? How we do that is, you know, by relaxation. You see? To give you a very simple example, when you are young, you study for exam, you study, you get very tired, you know. But when you read a novel, a love story, you don't get tired. Both reading. So Han Yang is about reading a novel when you're healing someone. When you're healing someone and you relax, you use very little energy and you learn how to absorb your energy from the outside world and give it to you. You see, your pigmentation opens up. You know, our art, we train with the inner Lao Gong, we also train with the outer Lao Gong also. So we can take in from the outer Lao Gong and give out through the inner Lao Gong. That's how it works. Intention is a very elusive subject, you know. When I first started to learn Qigong and everything, I could never understand what my teacher was talking about. He said, Yi Dao, Qi Dao, meaning the intention is there, the Qi is there. Finally, when I am able to harness the particular thing, then I think to myself, hey, it's like a wild horse, you know. You can't ride a wild horse, it will keep on throwing you down. But once you harness the wild horse and control the wild horse, you can lead the wild horse anywhere you want by using your intent only, you see. So the highest stage of intent is, of course, you do the protocol, you learn everything. Physically, the highest stage is intent. And then higher than intent is compassion. Because when you do Han Yang, what you are doing is, you know, you're cleansing your system every day by running through your lateral channel, going down to your feet, your central channel going down to your perineum. What you do is harness the two elements of yin and yang. As you know, if there's a disease or anything that happens, it's always the imbalance of the yin and yang, whether it's more or less. So what we are trying to do is we tap the earth energy, we tap the sun energy, give it to ourselves and flush down through our meridian, you see. So what we do is, you know, we do the macro orbit, we do the micro orbit to cleanse the system. And by doing that, you develop the power in yourself, your electromagnetic field increases. Then you use the electromagnetic field to affect other people. So once you are able to affect other people, what you're doing is you are giving them energy, pu qi, to give them energy. You see. Then by giving energy, you also can move the blockage. So once you can move the blockage, you can externalize the pathogenic qi through the various points to give them overall well-being. Blood and qi is very, very well connected. We don't see it. Blood we can see it. Qi we cannot see it. So when your blood flows properly, the qi will follow. in a similar manner. The whole world is Qi, you know. It's a form of vital energy, the tree everywhere. That's why we tap energy from the tree, tap energy from the sun, earth, everything. Everything is Qi. Without Qi, there is no life. So it's a very abstract word, I would say. But to understand it, you have to go in, practice, feel it, and work with it. Then you understand what Qi is all about. Before we start the protocol for healing, what we need to do is like a car, we have to start the engine. So to start the engine, we have to run through the system of the body to find a spot that the person allows me to go in. So I go from the chakras, the front and back, until he moves. So he allows me to go in already. So once he allows me to go in, the engine already started already, okay? So what I do is, the next step, I envelope the Qi around his body. Then I bring it down the bladder meridian, right down to the Mingmen area. Then I give him energy, pump in the energy into his system, move his system, pushing and pulling, pushing and pulling. Then I can energize his lung area, you know, lung area here, go back, Mingmen area. After that, what I do is, I run his macro orbit by going up, yang down, yin up. Then I visualize running his lateral channel down like this, right down his body until the feet. Then bring it up, the yin channel up to the chest, and run the back right down, bring up again until the Lao Gong area. Then I give again. That is the macro orbit. Once I finish with the macro orbit, I do the micro orbit. Bring up from the tailbone, flush it down the front. The Ren Tu Amay. You can do it as many times as possible. Then you can work on the Qi around the head area, you know. Shoulder area, chin area. Now he's beginning to exhibit some problem in this area. So what I do is, I energize for him. Energize. All this area here, right? Then I pull it down. Drag it down the hand. Energize again. Push it down. Push it down to his feet. Push from here down to his feet. Down. Push it down from here down to his feet. Energize. Then I go in front with the armpit, the lymphatic node there. I move the lymphatic node. I drag it down. Drag it down. Energize. Energize. and can play with his hand. So once I know his problem area, once I finish, I let him settle down. What I'll do is I'll drag the chi out from his hand. So what I do is I get his hand to come out, then I draw. Draw the pathogenic chi out. Look at my hand. Twice is Herku. After I finish, then I go to the other hand. Lymphatic node here, work on the joint here, stimulate the energy here, then pull. Pull out from the fingers. That's it, the protocol is finished. Then I loosen him up by tapping here. In the standing protocol, we what we call, we start the engine. That means I have to make you move. You know? To make you move, I have to go through your various chakra in your body. And there will be one sensitive chakra for me to go in, if you allow me to go in. So once I start to move you, I will run your system by enveloping your body with the chi running down your bladder meridian, activate chi to your Mingmen area, you know. Then after that, I will identify you according to your movements. You know, you manifest your problem to your movement. Let's say you have a blockage here. When I put the chi into your system, you move like this. Then I know where your system, and then I will go there to energize you, to clear your blockage, you know. This is one. Number two is, you know, I will run your macro orbit, that means your system inside you, the full 12 meridians, and then I'll run your micro orbit as well. Once I'm able to clear your micro and macro orbit, you'll be well, you know.
themarshallman.com